Okay, so here's some ideas for breaking the cycle. And I want to go over some more of these in the handout. Yeah, I got it here. Start off with filling low glycemic index for breakfast. Now I'm going to give you two options here. One is just do fruit, whole fruit for breakfast. Digests and absorbs very quickly, and it doesn't put an excess burden on the digestive system. Not a big fan of fruit juices because of the blood sugar spike. The reason we should eat whole fruits is because it contains fiber, it's bound with fibers, and that controls the release of the bloodstream, or the sugars in the bloodstream. Okay, so eating the whole fruit is much better than drinking juice anytime. Crowd out sweets with healthy fruits and vegetables. Drink plenty of water. That's a ding, ding, dinger. Water is everything. I mean, water is everything. For whatever reason, the body does not have like different mechanisms for triggering to tell you if you're thirsty, if you're hungry, when you think you need sugar. A lot of times people interpret that as needing food or needing sugar when in fact all you need is water. So carry a bottle of water around with you all day long and sip it throughout the day. It's the best thing you can do. Yeah, just like this young lady right here.
Carry several.
That's good. That's good. And that's key. I mean, that will really help you get through the day. And a lot of times you won't have those cravings because when you get dehydrated, your body needs something. It needs water, and it'll crave sometimes the wrong things.
This is kind of off topic, but is it weird? Like, is it not good for you if you don't eat breakfast regularly?
I think that's fine. Okay, I'm not a breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I believe in you need to do what works for you. I believe in skipping breakfast is an excellent thing to do once in a while because if you didn't eat, say the last time you ate was 6 p.m. the night before, you skip breakfast and then you eat at noon, you just did an 18-hour fast. And that is amazing for the body. It gives the body a major break and a rest and gives the digestive process a chance to catch up and all those nasty sugars to get out of your bloodstream and the kidneys and the liver can catch up. It's a great thing to do. Breakfast actually means breaking the fast. So eating a big breakfast isn't always the best idea. Now, if you're a construction worker or something, you're working outside all day, you're going to burn it right off, that's fine. But if you're working a desk job and you're eating a huge breakfast and a huge lunch, well, you know that's probably not going to work.
You said you were going to give us two options for low glycemic.
Oh, yeah. So the other thing that's good, and I put it on the list towards the bottom, it says eggs over bagels. Proteins. Don't underestimate the importance of proteins in the body, especially how it concerns blood sugars. Over half of the proteins that you put in your body goes to the liver to be converted into glucose to be used as fuel for the body. But it does it in a slow, controlled, sustainable way. Okay? So eating eggs is going to give you energy and fuel throughout the day as a protein source, as opposed to that bagel or that fruit juice or whatever that quickly spikes blood sugar, and then 10 o'clock, 2 hours later, you're wanting something else. So,
I have a question about
yes,
this.
yes.
Is it a good idea to separate some of the yolks out, or all of the yolks, and just have the protein?
Only if you're going to just eat the egg yolks.
Oh, really? Okay, so
I love these questions. By far, the healthiest part of the egg is the yolk. That's where the nutrients are. That's where the albumin is. That's where the lecithin is. That's where the B vitamins are. That's where the cholesterol is, which you need is good for you.
So it's a good.
That's where all the nutrients are is in the yolk. I tell people stop being scared of eggs. Just eat eggs, but eat good quality eggs. You know, this whole salmonella thing is stupid because disease comes from diseased chickens. It's simple as that. I eat raw eggs all the time. I throw them in my smoothie all the time. But if I brought eggs straight from the farmer, I'd never in a million years think about getting salmonella.
So the yolks,
never
the
even try
good cholesterol?
What's that?
And the yolk, the good cholesterol?
Yes.
Oh, I was never for that.
Nope. Nope. That's a whole other class, man.
Okay.
But you need cholesterol in the body. It's critically important. And the foods you eat contain cholesterol do not have effect on the cholesterol levels in your body.
Thank you.
Well, you suspected that, right?
No, I wondered.
Okay.
Because I figured it's like a perfect food. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a perfect
Awesome.
food.
Yeah. Especially if you're vegetarian or vegan. It's good to at least, I don't know, you would be vegan, but vegetarian. Eating eggs is a great source of nutrients. Keep physically active, even if it's just walking. Never underestimate the power of walking. When I was over 220 pounds and had heart problems and took heart medication every day, I moved to France. I lost 42 pounds, and I didn't even know I did it because I walked to work, I walked home from work, I walked around exploring the city, and all of a sudden I went, "Hey, check it out!" Just like that. Didn't even have to think about it. So losing weight does not have to be complicated. Next to diet and regular sodas, that's pretty obvious. I mean, that's, I just don't, I don't get it. I mean, I get that they're addictive, but I get that, but this is coming from someone who was addicted to sugar growing up. I wouldn't say addicted, it was just part of my life, it was just what I ate, you know. We probably drink a case of soda a week and Pixie Sticks and Sweet Tarts and Fun Dip and Nerds and keep them coming, man. You know, and soda was a regular part of that. You know, and I had to wean myself off. First, I just stopped buying it so it wasn't in my house, and I would only eat it at restaurants, and I slowly weaned off. And now that I'm off soda, I don't even think about it. The thought never even crosses my mind. In fact, once every 3 months, when I'm like, hey, I'm going to try a little soda, it almost knocks me out. You don't realize how powerful of a substance this is. But once you get off it, and you can get off it, then, you know, what did God give us to drink? That's what I always say. He gave us water. Everything else we made up for profit, and it's not helping us. It's not helping us. So get on water. I'm going to a friend's. I didn't even respond because I didn't want to. It was a friend of mine, but she's having a Halloween party, and she said, "Hey, come over for Halloween. We'll provide pop and beer. If you need anything else, bring it yourself." And I didn't respond, but I wanted to say, does anybody drink water anymore? You know? Maybe it's just assumed that they got water. I don't know. But it's just ironic to me. Take 10 a.m. and 3 visitation breaks. That just means instead of eating donuts at 10 and 3, just, you know, socialize, go exercise, go jog, go do something else. Don't let your friends sabotage your healthy habits. That's a big one.
Oh, yeah.
You know? You're trying, yeah, so eating's such a part of our lives, and it's such a social event that, you know, don't let your friends, you know, drag you down. If you're trying to make positive, healthy changes, you know, just do it for yourself. You know? Yeah.
I don't really have money to invest in a fancy water system at
Sure,
my house, so
sure.
what's a good, cheap source of water?
Glad you asked that question. You can't buy a fancy water machine, which you don't need to buy a fancy water machine. The best water to drink is distilled water. Okay? Now, if you're going to drink distilled water, you have to put minerals back in the water. That's critical. Okay? Electrical conductivity, that's how everything happens in the body. No cells can fire, muscles, nerves, nothing can fire in the body without electricity. So you got to have minerals to do that. So if you're drinking distilled water, you have to add minerals back into the water. I actually have something I just ordered today that I'm going to have at the end of the week if anyone's interested in. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. It's out of Japan. It's a mineral substance that you add to the water. It completely cleans the water of all impurities. In fact, you can actually see the impurities fall to the bottom of the jar. Okay? It renders them inert. In other words, it will not damage your body in any way. It mineralizes the water, it structures the water, and it removes all excess calcium from the body. Remember I was talking about calcification causing all that degeneration? What it does to the water, pulling all the impurities, it does to your body on the inside. So it'll completely detox you of all poisons, toxins, heavy metals, everything, and all the excess calcium in your body. And it's not that expensive.
So
What is it called? Is it meant to be a detox?
It's called Audio Clarity. No, it's just something you should put in your water and drink every day.
What's it made of?
Mica, black mica, which is a mineral substance that's widely abundant all over the entire earth. So we're using a natural substance from nature that does this amazing thing to water, and now we have it available to us.
Can you spell audio clarity?
ADYA, Clarity. Like I said, I just ordered it. Not a lot of people know about it right now. You'll find a lot of different sources on the internet, but it's hard to know who to trust. And it took me a while to research it before I ordered it. So you can actually treat 450 gallons of water. So over a year's worth of water for one person for less than $100. It's the best investment you'll ever make. So anyway, we have to
Okay, second
Yes.
second to the water, to the distilled water,
Yeah.
demineralizing it and all that stuff. What do you do out of your tap? I mean, is a Brita a good second choice?
Something is better than nothing. Let me just put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, if you use a Brita or some type of reverse osmosis is obviously good. but at least something to get the heavy stuff out. The chlorine, the fluoride, the nasty stuff. You're not going to get the pharmaceutical drugs out. You're just not. There's nasty stuff in there you're not going to be able to get out unless you get a really, really good water system. So, yeah.
Well, for people who don't have a machine, I mean, Whole Foods, like 39 cents a gallon,
Right.
or at least the filtered ionized water.
Yeah, you can get distilled water, deionized
Takes
water.
the gallon thing
For 30,
back.
yeah, buy a 3-gallon or a 5-gallon thing, and yeah, that's what I did before I got my water machine and my Audia. Yeah.
I just bought distilled water the other day, and when I got home after I started drinking it, I saw added fluoride. I was like, what?
Oh wow, that's frightening. Yeah, be
I was
careful.
like, that's
Wow, that's not
How do you
cool.
add minerals back to the distilled water?
Okay, a couple easy ways. It's just a good sea salt, a good quality sea salt like Celtic sea salt, Redmond sea salt. There's tons of sea salts out there, but a good sea salt, Himalayan pink salt, a teaspoon per gallon. Okay, or a quarter teaspoon per quart, or a pinch in a glass. The other thing is I have at my store this thing called Concentrates Mineral Drops. It's the #1 selling mineral substance in the country. And it's just drops you add to your water, 40 drops in a gallon of water, and it's got 80 plus naturally occurring minerals from ocean water. This is fascinating, but the mineral content of ocean water is the same as our own blood, minus the excess sodium. Okay, so we don't have to go too much into detail on this. The key on this is pretty obvious. On the right are pretty much whole foods that God created straight from the earth, and on the left is the processed version of those. The more it's processed, the higher sugar content it is in your body, the more damage it's going to do. So everything white is pretty much on the left side there.